Go for it. You're the boss.
We're live. Hello, everybody. If anyone's watching already, we're here for FMU Hump Day. I just been putting Hump Day Huddle. I don't know. It's kind of a dumb name too. I'll figure something out. But you know, today we've Libertarian Squirrel. Everyone knows Hex, and everyone knows Hex, obviously. And this kitty ran the camera. And today, Secret Asian Man popped on to join us. He's a FMU. You're FMU adjacent in the FMU.
Yeah.
So you're talking about podcasts, and I'm like, well, hop on and try it out with us tonight.
Yeah.
You're not a real libertarian until you think about starting a podcast. It's the rules.
Oh yeah. I was telling everybody, I've thought about it for a long time. I've just got this crippling lack of ambition, like I don't want to do the work. So
well, you just find people to do the work for you.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of this is honestly like the most ideal scenario for me is to be invited to something like this. See how
there
it goes.
you are.
Shoot your shot.
Everyone in the chat, hey, big hands, hey, first shot. First shot, yeah, it's libertarian only. Sorry, no, just kidding. I'm like, most of the people I know aren't even actual libertarians. So, hey, kamikaze.
But is anyone really a real libertarian?
Apparently not.
You're not,
which
you're
is
not
good.
a real libertarian.
It depends on if
start a podcast or call someone else not a real libertarian.
Yeah.
Those are the two rules.
Kamikaze said in the chat, "You're Asian, Dean Kane, Dean Cajun."
Dean Kane is Asian, isn't he?
I don't even know. I'm trying to picture what he looks like.
I'm pretty sure Dean Kane is half white, half Asian, like me. What up, first?
No, that's the funny thing about liberal because we believe so much in the individualness, and then it's like, but we're trying to put this group together. It's like, it's such a funny, whatever. It cracks me up.
Can we get a fact check? We got some people talking in the comments about they do think Dean Kane is mixed and has some Asian. I'm pretty sure he was, because I remember when they remade the Cinderella movie, and it had Brandy in it. Wasn't that Brandy and Dean Kane?
Yeah,
I might be getting it all mixed up.
And he played Clark Kent in the Superman series.
Yeah. But that was a big deal because that was like, back in like the late 90s when it was still kind of weird for interracial relationships to be a thing.
Oh.
It wasn't like taboo, but people would still get looks.
His dad's last name is Tanaka.
Yeah, I'd say that he might be Asian with a name like Tanaka.
Let's see here. Dean Kane's father. That's what that says. Sorry, I'm just looking it up. How's everyone's week going? Why you fill me in on your week, Squirrel? How you doing after the holidays? Fill in on the holidays too, if you want. We'll hear everybody's what they did.
Same shit, different day. My wife and I, we just, cooked a big enough meal to last us a week, and then you didn't have to think about anything for a week. It was amazing.
And
I
was
think
it
we
just
did it for the rest of
guys?
our life. Oh yeah, we're
because you
we're
moved
alone down
away.
here. Yeah, we're alone. We escaped the communist state of New York. So
where you at now?
North Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, worth it for sure.
Oh yeah, I think we've talked about that because I'm in North Carolina. Well, not presently, but I live in the Charlotte area.
Yeah. I think I remember we talked about the roving bands of pollen clouds that just attacked.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Pollen is son of a bitch out there.
Something to get used to.
Yeah, we get it out here with the pine trees, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's as bad as out there, man. When it's pollen time, it looks so gross.
In New York, North Carolina is way better. Oh, compared to New York, it's not really saying much though.
First says he's got family in Matthews. I spend quite a bit of time in Matthews.
Are you from the South, Secret Asian? Oh, well,
I was born and raised in the south suburbs of Chicago, but I've been gone from there for so long that it doesn't feel like home anymore. So once I get a few more drinks in me, like my southern drawl will probably start really coming out. If I get fired up and I start telling a story or something, yeah, you're gonna probably be like, yo, this
So,
guy
hey,
is like
Joe
from
Morgan in the chat.
the Boondocks.
Did you do anything for Thanksgiving, or you been traveling, or you were at work doing work, right?
I went home.
Oh, okay.
Fried 2 turkeys, fried 2 chickens,
Mm.
drank a bunch of whiskey with my nephews, and that was pretty much it.
That sounds good. Good
I
enough.
did finish the last 3 episodes of Electric Dreams. I don't know if you guys watch that, but I kind of talked it up in the chat. The Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you say it was like is it visually really good or something?
It is. I don't know if I said that, but it is.
Oh.
It's on Amazon Prime. Philip K. Dick is the same guy who basically gave us Blade Runner, Total Recall, Minority Report, Scanner Darkly, and Man in the High Castle. So, if you figure all that, sci-fi, dystopian, whatever, and it's an anthology series, and so none of the episodes have anything to do with each other. Good cast.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So you finished that up. That's productive.
I did. Yeah, it was me and my daughter had been watching it, and I was like, "Yeah, we got to finish this."
Nice. And Hex traveled.
Yeah, I was in Phoenix, Arizona from last Wednesday to Monday. I flew out.
Basically Tuesday by the time you got home.
I got home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I slept for like 2.5 hours. Woke up at 5 o'clock, pulled myself together, and went to work.
Ooh. It's rough. It's always rough after the holidays doing that. But you had a good time out there. What'd you do?
First day we got in, we didn't do anything because again, that was the day we got in. Second day, we went to this gun store to get some ammo. And then a dispensary. My sister wanted to go to a dispensary because she's a pothead.
Nice.
Friday, we didn't do anything because she got gummies and got super high and didn't want to do anything. Saturday, we went shooting, and then we went to this we went up by Mount Superstitious or whatever they call it. They had this like little touristy part over there. That's really cool. That was really dope. What the fuck else did we do? I think after that we went to some mall. Then Sunday we went to downtown Glendale. They had this like whole Christmas setup going because my stepmother is a huge Christmas person. So yeah.
Like a little Christmas fair with boots and shit.
Yeah, then like lights and whatever.
Nice. That's nice. You took some good pictures in your cowboy hat too. Look good.
Yeah, I did get a cowboy hat.
Nice.
Which
it looks good. If Paul was here, I'd have him pull it up, but there you go. I'm so dependent on Paul for that.
Yeah, where is Paul? Is he here? Is he behind the scenes?
He'll be here. No, he's not here yet. He'll come in eventually. He gets off. So he's Central Time. So by the time he doesn't get home till like 5:36 anyways on his time. So he'll hop by when he can. So yeah. Let's see. My holidays were good. It was very chill this year because a lot of my family moved to South Carolina. So it was like, okay. I only had to do one Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving. I didn't have to drive anywhere. Like, it was really cool. But then I did another one on Sunday. So I ate a bunch of ham. That's all I ate. I didn't eat any turkey. I only ate ham. I don't know why, but
you got something against turkey, or you just weren't feeling it?
Yeah, I've just gotten in the habit where I always bring, for every Christmas and Thanksgiving, I always just bring another spiral ham and eat the ham on like rolls. I don't know why, but it's like that's like what I think about. I like turkey. I like turkey legs. I like especially like when you're at the fair, the turkey legs, but other than that, or I like it when they're deep fried. Turkey's good when it's deep fried too.
Yeah, ham leftovers go far.
Oh yeah, you can fry it up in a pan, put it on some toast. That's what I do. I'm just like, oh, it's so good. Sorry, Hex. We're talking about ham.
Not anything.
I know. Isn't that funny though? A lot of people grow up not eating pork, and even if they're not practicing anything, they just still don't eat pork. Like it just becomes a habit, kind of.
Yeah, that's pretty much my case.
Yeah, I get it.
So you don't eat bacon?
That's correct.
I remember I went to a. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Hey, Cece. Okay, go ahead.
I remember I went to a kosher deli recently, and I didn't even think of the concept. And I was like, "Can I get whatever I got?" And like extra ham and extra bacon, extra cheese. And they're like, "No, we can't do that." I was like, "What? Why is that a thing?" I'm like, cheese and bacon is as important as bread in a sandwich to me. Like, what are you talking?
That's yeah. I don't know. You would think they could have like beef bacon. I know that like a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, they'll have beef bacon available.
Beef
Yeah,
bacon.
and then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad. Can I just keep the bacon off and put the cheese on? And they're like, no, we can't do that either. I'm like, what?
Hey, Kelsey. Kelsey's here. Bacon, egg, and cheese, probably.
In New York, that's one word: bacon, egg, cheese. You can't spread it out like that.
I had
I won't understand your accent.
had a pretty killer breakfast burrito this morning. So,
did you make it or did you buy it?
No, they've got a cafeteria on site at the job, and so they hook it up.
There he is.
Oh, what up, guys?
Producer
There's
Paul.
No,
Look at our guest. Look at our guests. We have all these guests today, and Alice is gonna pop on too. We just talked about how Thanksgiving went. If you want to talk about your Thanksgiving.
Oh man, I'm more amped up to be anti-government right at this very moment.
Okay, we'll do that. Do that. Go for it.
So I just got home. Literally just walked in the door, threw on a different shirt. But I went and grabbed my mail first, and I had 3 things from my local township, 3 identical envelopes. So there's 57 cents to send that one, 57 cents to send that one, 57 cents to send that one. And what it is my winter tax bill in triplicate. The same bill 3 fucking times. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys. We get winter and summer tax. That's how our property taxes are here. They split it up. You pay half in the summer, half in the winter. I'll tell you the total. It's $693.11. That's what my second half of the year property taxes are. The only thing I care about, and they give you the whole list itemized, what it is, like the most you're paying for is school. I say fuck them kids, but they don't give me a choice or they'll shoot me. But the big one I have a problem with is township operation cost, $59.24. You motherfuckers just wasted $1.50 in stamps to send me 3 fucking identical property tax bills, you cocksuckers.
Roads.
Hey, Side
note, when I build a building on my property and I call the township to send their inspector out, he can't get to me for about 6-7 weeks. Can't show up the next day, get it done so I can start building. I've got to wait for fucking ever. Luckily, I've got triplicates of my winter tax bills in the same day. I'm done. Rant over.
No, it's just ridiculous. It's like $150, and they probably did that for every single house or every single property. Why would they have it? It's so stupid.
And it's 9 fucking degrees outside right now, which just adds to my bitterness.
I remember, I think it was like a year ago, I filed my taxes, and then that particular year, I had declared that I was legally blind, which I am. It didn't think anything of it. So several months later, they sent me a letter talking about it in fucking gigantic ass font, and then they had another page attached to it in Braille. And I'm like, I'm not that blind, goddamn. And why did you send this several months after my taxes were filed?
Can you read Braille just out of curiosity?
No.
What a waste of fucking money.
That's ridiculous. Well, that's good. Actually, when we were talking about kosher stuff right beforehand, I was just gonna bring up the point. Like kosher is not
Yeah,
government.
it's the Jews' fault, right?
No.
All right,
going that
demonetized.
direction.
Congratulations,
Sorry.
demonetized.
But just they have, the whole like kosher thing where they like certify things kosher. That's not a government agency. That's their own, that's so it's like when people say that we need the government like FDA stuff, it's like no, because look at that stuff's not a government agency.
The kosher stuff?
Yeah. When
Well,
they,
I mean,
on top of that, they let all kinds of shit through anyway.
Not a government agency, sorta.
It's like, well, you know what I mean. Like, it's not like FDA. It's not like that kind of a thing.
I apologize, everybody. I've been listening to a lot of Kanye West on Spotify. My apologies.
Have you really been?
No. By the way, I love those all members of the tribe, sons of Abraham.
We love everybody here.
Please
Look
don't take
at
my
we
bank
already
account
said
away.
before you got on. Look how diverse we got. We are now. I remember the diversity quota because I always would joke about that.
Yeah, what's up? Why are you trying to get the black men out? I don't like it.
Black? Who am I getting Hex out? Or yeah, you're black too now. Is that
Yeah,
right?
You're black.
You're bringing in an Asian.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
black
Squirrel's white and has been here forever. But now we're like Harvard. We're accepting Asian. We're like accepting Asians now.
No, you're like reverse Harvard.
A reverse Harvard. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We're like Harvard in the '90s.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Hex, the only two brothers in here. Like
Yeah.
no more room
Harvard,
for us.
maybe Harvard if they would have lost the Supreme Court case.
Lord, good Lord. I don't know. We were talking earlier with I mean, we already brought him up. Hey, Adam in the chat. But I was like, I kind of just don't want to fucking talk about Kay. Just because I know last night they said he like already had the flight chartered, which they could charter a flight fast, I guess, but they were like, he probably planned all that drama. I mean, it's all drama. In what natural world would those three have ever like decided to just randomly hang out? Kanye, Fuentes, and Milo.
I think
like
a lot of
someone
people-
pushed that to happen.
Yeah, a lot of people are suspecting a setup, like it was all to basically make Trump look terrible, as if he needs extra help.
I heard the Milo conspiracy. Like, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's supposedly said in the past that he wants to get vengeance against Trump and so on.
Yeah, because
he wants to bring down the Republican Party.
Yeah, he stuck up for Trump so much, and then like when he got canceled, Trump wasn't there to back him up. That how I understand it.
Yeah, I mean Milo was on Timcast just like 2 weeks ago, and he was practically simping for Trump. You know, he was talking about Ron DeSantis doesn't have a snowball's chance, and Daddy Trump is just gonna just absolutely dick smash him.
I think it's people trying to get in the coattails, and hey, they wronged you, so now you won't see us wronging you, kind of thing, is what I think. Hey, Alice.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my official opinion on it, and then I'll let you guys go. My official opinion is I don't give a rat's ass about Kanye West, Nick Fuentes, and Milo Yiannopoulos. May they live long, happy, healthy lives, as well as Trump. If Trump is in the White House again, cool. If not, cool too. Don't care. I'm out. Enjoy. Go with God. Or L'chaim, however those people say it.
Those people? What do you mean by those people?
You know what I mean by those people.
Hi, Alice.
Hi.
Hi, Alice.
There she is.
You know, when I try to run for politics and this shit gets rehashed in like video clip format, and they're like bring it out at me, I'm like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I won't ever run for anything, but if I did, there'd be fucking nudes everywhere. There'd be nudes coming from everywhere, probably, and I'd just be like, "Hell yeah, I look good, don't I?" That's all I would say.
Maybe you could like sell like special sparklers for a campaign fundraiser.
Well, I think I'm already gonna do that. I was like, I think I might get sparkler boxes and
like,
put the Mises candle on it. The Mises
hand them out. Hand them out at the rallies, you know.
This message was endorsed by Thomas Massey.
Exactly. Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
I'm already thinking of the production behind it, like a black screen, and you see you hear like a match strike, and then all of a sudden like a sparkler comes and starts burning down slowly.
I like
We
it.
should just
I
make
like
that anyways. Let's just make a commercial for FMU. We'll do that.
Done. We can do that.
That was my favorite though, was like when we were trying to get you back, we did hashtag sparklers out for mommy.
Oh, that was ridiculous. I love it. I love
I
it.
mean,
I love ridiculous stuff.
I don't know if Massey saw it, but my headcanon is he saw it and he liked it.
I hope to God you saw it. Alice, you want to tell us about your Thanksgiving because you went on a trip? Is there a lag to you guys?
No.
I don't think so.
No. Something
like a tree
like
in the back.
I saw something like kind of flash on my screen, but I don't know if is there a lag in the chat, people? I guess it's so hard to figure that out, I guess too. So
All right. When I say hey, you say ho. Hey.
Oh.
Oh,
There's no lag. Boom.
Ho.
That was science. That was science. And as I'm told from the last 2 years, we trust that.
Are you watching on Internet Explorer?
Oh, maybe.
Are you on yeah. Are you on Edge?
Microsoft Edge.
All
I
right,
like the
Alice.
very responsible
Personally,
Alice, tell us about and then you have a funny story you had to tell too, remember? So tell about Thanksgiving, and then you said about right before that picture was taken or something. Or is that like an off-camera story?
Oh, no, I totally tell it on camera. Yeah, it was fun. Like, it was weird getting there because like it felt like we were getting there really late because it got dark so quick. But it was nice weather. Most stuff was open. The food prices there are absolutely crazy ridiculous. I only saw one receipt while we were there, and it about gave me a heart attack.
Hey, Kelly.
It's so expensive. But we gave our daughter an economics lesson on it because like she's like, well, why is this so expensive? Or why do we have to pay for parking at this hotel? And I'm like, this is New York, man. Like, taxes are crazy there. Adam flicked off every, so in New York now, instead of toll booth, they just take a picture of your car and then send you a bill for it. So Adam flicked off every single camera that we went in front of.
That's
But yeah, so the Boy King story. So the last day we were there, we were over by the American Falls, and there was only one other group of people there besides us. There might have been like a couple like further over, but Scar and I, we were like looking at stuff, and then I turned and I see Adam taking a picture, and at first I thought he was taking a picture with his phone, and then I'm like, oh my God, where's Grayson? And I'm like looking, and I see Grayson's in the photo, and Adam's taking a picture of this family that's all together. And I'm like, well, what the hell? So like I walk over, and they're all like high-fiving Grayson and stuff, and I'm like, how did that even happen? And Adam's like, well, they asked me to take a picture, and Grayson just assumed, well, Dad's taking a picture, so I should get in the picture. And he told Grayson to get out of the picture. And Grayson went to move, and the one lady's like, no, you're getting in this picture with us. And they like all embrace them and stuff.
Aww.
But the funny part of it is that whole damn family was very black. And they are going to have a picture of this very little white boy. Like we walked away, and Adam's like, that family is going to have a funny story to tell. But yeah, like he was just like, oh yeah, I want to be in the picture too. And then they were so nice, and they were like, yeah, come take a picture with us, little man. And yeah, just high-fiving them and stuff. It was so cute. But yeah, he had such a good time. We took them to like this rescue aquarium, which I was excited about because I'm like, oh, I get to go see sea lions and not feel guilty about it. Like if I went to SeaWorld, I would feel like that. But they're like all rescues. Like one's blind. What? Okay, love you. Like one was blind, one that got its flipper all cut up in a boat, so it couldn't like swim right and stuff. But yeah, that's so cool. And we got to go to the
First shot says they're stuck with a white devil in their photo.
No man, they got the Boy King in there. It was funny. We were at this restaurant, and Adam kept he would refer to Grayson as the boy king. Like when the waiter came around, he'd be like, "Can the boy king get a chocolate milk? Can the boy king get this?" Like I was just like, "Would you stop?" Like,
and Stoner started that, right? Did Stoner start the book?
yeah,
That's a Stoner original.
yeah. Stoner totally started that, and yeah, now it's just become this thing that he's just the boy king now.
Love it.
It was fun. But I mean, like I said, I still enjoyed our time together, and I'm happy that we're traveling again. But it's still I'm just still so angry at everything that was taken from my family. Like, I hate it when parents that homeschool are like, well, my kids weren't affected because they're homeschooled, and it's like I get maybe their everyday education wasn't affected, but my kids couldn't go anywhere. There was caution tape around our playground. Like in Niagara Falls, you couldn't have gone there before, and if you did, there were so many restrictions. If you even tried to stay at a hotel, there were still places there that said must wear a mask unless you're vaccinated. You don't wear a mask anywhere, but yeah,
they're still doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's New York. I'm not surprised.
It's true.
Yeah, but it wasn't like anybody was like, "Oh, are you vaccinated?" But nobody was. We saw a couple people with masks on. Oh, Adam and I, we were at the casino because we stayed right by the casino, and the first night, Adam's like, "It says you can smoke in here," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're supposed to be able to smoke in this one." And I'm like, "But I don't see any smokers, And I was fine, but it was kind of more that thing, like of just wanting to sit at a slot machine with your cigarettes and your beer. Wanted to be like when I would gamble with my mom. Well, I finally found this smoking section that's sealed off. It's big. It's a big section of the casino, but it's all sealed off. And the amount of people wearing masks and pulling it down to hit their cigarettes, I'm just
brains are fucking broke, man.
It's amazing, and you're sitting there touching this slot machine. I mean, I guess you could have wiped it off. There's sanitizer wipes. Even before COVID, a lot of casinos had the wipes just because it gets really dirty there.
How about this one done?
Still, man. You guys hear the dog trying to get in here?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh Lord.
That is out.
Hex, didn't you take the cat with you?
Oh yeah, I felt so bad because I couldn't watch the cat.
Oh, did something happen?
2 days out. So apparently my stepmother is definitely allergic to cats. And the plan originally was you just leave the cat in the garage of their place. And she just won't go in there, which was whatever. 2 days out, she goes, "Don't bring the cat." I'm like, yeah, where was that? Like a week and a half?
Yeah, give me a little more time. Good Lord.
Yeah, right.
Oh well. So did you just leave her at home with a bunch of food and water and shit?
My mom took care of her, but I don't think she's doing that again.
That's what I'm gonna do when I'm a parent. I'm just gonna leave kids at home with a lot of food and water. Be like, go with God, guys. See you in 3 days.
We can't leave the dog. Somebody comes by to check on the dog, and my friend Topher usually comes by to check on the cat. But we left the cats for 2 nights the one time, and I left them a bunch of food and water, and they were fine. And then I was like, well, we're only going to be gone 3 nights this time. So I left them a bunch of food and water again. I set up extra litter boxes when we were going to be out of town. I did all that. I guess that 3rd day pissed them off because they shit in Scarlett's room.
Oh no.
Yeah, thankfully it was in the corner, on some paper or stuff, but I was like, okay, Chris definitely has to 2 days is the max, and then they're like, yeah, what the fuck?
Right. Fucking cats. I thought so we weren't gonna talk about Kanye or Ye or whatever the hell his his name is, but
notice Kanye West.
I did kind of want to talk a little bit about the Valencia or whatever 7 Squirrel's been digging. Doug has been, or Squirrel's been digging the fuck into it, and there's more shit I just saw today on it too. We don't have to put the pictures up. I don't really like sharing the pictures and stuff, but like everything else, yeah. What?
Okay.
What happened with that?
Okay.
Hey.
I just can't. So here's what I understand. So please fill me in because I got a little bit of it. I watched a little bit of Louder with Crowder today.
Oh yeah, he did a good one today.
From what I understand, Valencia is a fashion company. Do I got that right? Like Nike or just another brand of horse shit?
It's very high-end, expensive.
Yeah, I would say
high-end. Spoiler, it's all made of fucking cotton. Anyway, they just did an ad campaign, and it was like, I would say like an 8-year-old girl, give or take. And she wasn't dressed like scantily clad or anything, but she's holding their new line of bear purses. And the bears are dressed in like BDSM gear. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right to advertise BDSM bears to kids or with kids or in the same vicinity. But is this really that big of a deal?
Yeah.
Well,
don't get me wrong. Okay, there's more to it than fill me in. But like, I get it. I don't want kids advertising with or around BDSM. But like she wasn't like. I don't know, because you guys know, like, I hate anything where the exploitation of children is involved. That's my big one. What's rule number 2 for us, mommy? Kids are off limits, no exceptions.
Oh yeah. Oh, Squirrel's got all. Yeah, we could pull up some of those. Which ones do we pull up first, Squirrel?
Are they
in order?
Yeah, it's in order.
I don't know.
Am I do you want me to?
Yeah, I've forgotten how to do that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. I only saw the 2 pictures that were on Crowder.
Yeah,
so they're just like
showing
more.
That is.
Those kids are posing in front of wine glasses and stuff like it's just. And I agree a lot. Like, if I don't know if you guys heard Michael Matt, I know Jeff did, but like, this has been happening for a long time. It's just now people are really starting to notice this shit, and like, there's been a lot of weird shit with kids over the years. Like, who was it? Brooke Shields that was like 13 and posing in like provocative photos, like topless and stuff, and people were just like, "Oh, it's no big deal." It's like, yeah.
All right, scroll and dig into it. Hold on, let me be right back.
One of the pictures includes a document that is connected to a particular Supreme Court case that had to do with child porn.
Yeah, that's the biggest one for sure. That's in this thread.
So what I would say, Paul, is like, how big of a deal is it? Well, follow this to its logical conclusion. They're normalizing things. It's like when you boil a frog, you know. We're gonna just.
It doesn't pass a sniff test.
Yeah, I totally get that aspect of it, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Fucking, we should take child out of all advertising, regardless of what it is. Just remove children from advertising. You got me there. But the only 2 pictures I saw were the 2 on Crowder. I didn't realize there's like a treasure trove of this shit. So I apologize.
This goes deep.
Yeah. Now that you're saying there's more,
apparently.
Okay. But like the 2 things I saw on Crowder, I was like, yeah, I don't like it. But like, is this what we're blowing up over? Now I know that there's more shit. I'm understanding the backlash a little more.
Yeah, it's
really
demonic.
Stuff.
I'm with it.
Yeah, so I attached some of the best threads I saw. There were some other ones, but I'm trying to get the ones that seem the most reputable.
Okay, so is this what you want up, or do you want another one up?
Yeah, that's a good one. That one goes on for a while. It's got a lot of stuff.
What am I looking at? Walk me through what I'm looking at.
So they have. I mean, obviously they're using kid here. They have demonic imagery. I didn't realize I was doing a presentation. I'm not a good presenter. Obviously they got that BDSM bear again. I don't remember what the little rabbit was, but in the corner next to the rabbit there's like a picture of a demon that resembles Ball. And then as you can see in the bottom, they got Ball here.
Enhance. Yeah,
we have the technology. Rendering software.
Mainframe.
So where am I going here? You tell me where you want me to go.
All right. So you can see the bear on the left, right?
Yeah,
That one's
right
is what got everybody freaking out to begin with.
And this is generally what the two pictures I saw were of the little girl that was 8 years old standing on a couch holding two different bear bags. These are the bear bags. They're dressed as BDSM characters. I get it's bad. I'm not for it. Okay, now this has got a lot more shit in it. So we got the bear.
Yeah. So right next to it, to the right, you can see, and it blew up on the lower photo that it says Balenciaga, but the tape says Baal. Baal is the demon that you sacrifice children to. So whether you believe it or not, it going down this rabbit hole, they seem to believe it, which is concerning.
How do we know that says Baal?
It's Baal.
I mean, how do we know that? Like, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Because
like,
the tape.
I don't.
Okay. Hold
this
on.
could be an R. This could be an R.
Scroll up.
And then,
scroll up again. Scroll up to the chair. The caution tape says Balenciaga over and over again.
Okay.
Forrest Mommy, you're muted, by the way.
I was just saying it's wrapped around that chair and it says Balenciaga.
Yeah.
I got that. So
there's no way that you could rearrange that over and over without that. You gotta remember, everything here is intentional. This is a set scene, so it's concerning. But
okay. But how do we know this? I get this is Balenciaga, but you're saying this is Baale what?
Yeah. So they cut it. That's Balenciaga over and over and over again.
On this tape.
That's the tape that's on the left. Yeah, that tape on the left is the same tape that's on the right.
But there's not two A's in Balenciaga. Or am I an idiot?
They cut it. They cut BA snip and then put it on top of the other one, so it overlays. That's what they're saying. Again, whether you believe it or not, it's sus. It's on the sus side here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you gotta put up the picture with the little girl that's like duct taped to the
there's
chair or whatever.
Okay,
it's a pattern.
Did you send that one to me? I got a Kim Kardashian tweet.
A bunch of ones. Well, keep going. This thread goes on. Goes on.
Oh,
yeah, Josie's got a lot of
down the line. Down the line.
Yeah. Yes. It's just.
You guys got to remember, I'm a little bit retarded, so you got to walk me through here. Be like, Paul, back the fuck out of the picture. Go down the thread.
I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
So they also deleted all these photos as soon as the backlash started.
Who was it that did this thread?
So that.
See, now this is wholesome advertising.
Yeah, so go back up to the original photo.
Okay, back up to the original photo.
Yeah.
Here.
So right on the corner of the top right square, you can zoom in there, enhance again.
This rabbit?
Yeah, right next to it.
All right. Bear with me here. To enhance, we gotta open the picture separately. Wait a second. I have the technology. My fingers just are fat and slow. Screwed that up. Big time.
Put it up on my screen so I could actually say what I'm talking about too.
Like watching a monkey fuck a football, and I apologize.
I the analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you zoom all the way in,
I'm going to the rabbit.
Yeah. You see that right next to it? You got a little. I think they zoom it in later, so it's gonna be better quality. But they have a little right on the line there, on the right to the left of the rabbit. I don't remember what the rabbit
right
is.
here. Where can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
You're talking about this is where you're going to tell me this is Ball because it's in black ink.
Well, right? The horn. It's a little horned dude. Is
next to the rabbit. All right.
I'm not saying I agree with anything. I'm just saying this is the thread.
I didn't realize we were going full tinfoil hat on this, but I'm with it. I'm with it.
Wait, is there a slice of pizza anywhere in this picture?
They place Pizzagate. They place all this stuff purposely, so it's like it's just interesting. All the different little.
If you see in the bottom drawer, in the back right corner, right here, it's hard to make out. But it is a slice of cheese pizza. It's a
Paul,
slice.
Why are you being?
Paul,
you haven't even gone over it. Go over it all, Paul, and then
going down the
thread. Let's look at
this
it
is
all.
the first.
Because there's more and more even today. Like Kamala's daughter's connected to this shit too. Now it's like.
Yeah.
Do not come. Not come.
Everybody loves a Venn
Are you-
diagram.
All right, where am I going now on the picture? Are we staying
Oh
on
my
this
No,
picture?
no, go back to the thread.
Her Venn
The
diagram.
thread.
We're going back to the thread now.
Sorry, I'm not a presenter. I figured we would just like go through it together or whatever.
Well, I'm not
Um,
caught up on this, so you have to educate me.
Remember
I'm
call-
not a
We're
presenter.
trying, but you're telling us we're all wrong. You're like being
I didn't
against
say
like-
it.
anybody's wrong. I didn't say
Devil's
anybody's wrong.
advocate.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Of course, mommy, I'm not being mean. I love you. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad.
Even though you're gentrifying.
I haven't gone over all this stuff either, so I'm like,
Okay,
gotta go
where am I
through it
going?
all.
Keep going down the thread.
Yeah. Keep going down the thread.
Tell me when to stop, brother.
Well, I mean, we could read it all if you want. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you rearrange the letters in Roma, it spells Mora. Think about that. Phallic
Are they
objects.
just kind of? Are they connecting?
Aliens.
What are they connecting to the German stuff?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Yeah.
That's like a little
I wonder
too deep.
if Billboard
it's about
Chris has
Fendi.
anything.
I just know that like the pictures were
Am I-
weird.
what am I looking for? Am I looking for other
well-
advertising pictures?
Oh, there.
Oh,
Maybe that explains.
We got our
this.
black line.
That's what they were saying.
Oh.
Again, I don't know. I'm just saying it's all sus.
I got it.
I'm not
I get it.
saying
I get what's
that
going
I
on here.
100% agree with this, but you got to also remember that all these are set scenes that dozens of people greenlit. You know,
Are these advertisings from Billy Janja?
this is they're talking about.
Guggenheim?
That one was a bit of a stretch because they were talking about like the rainbow being in the picture. It's a kid's room. I don't think of that one as much.
Where's the rainbow?
To go further,
Going further.
Oh. Yeah, that's.
There's an awful lot of white in that rainbow. I don't know how I feel about that rainbow with that white in it. That seems too inclusive to me. Is all I'm
Oh,
saying.
did they connect it to that Nexium cult? Is that what they did?
the what?
If you go up a little bit, Paul.
I'm gonna stop.
Like stop right there.
This thread is getting some. Bring up red pills. He listed Nexium. Ended a couple years ago. They're in arrest.
Oh, he thinks maybe this is connected to Nexium, maybe.
Don't get me wrong. I think there is a lot of child fucking with the elites, and that should come to an end.
Well, if I was gonna set up something to sell kids pictures, I wouldn't like that scene is so set with all sorts of little like it's just it's.
I hate this term right here. This is one of my.
Yeah.
This term right here is what annoys me about these. Like when somebody tells you they have the answers and they know how this is all connected, and then this gets shoved in there. If you know that children are getting fucked, and you have solid concrete evidence, but don't ask me how I know. Let me tell you right now. If I know why children are getting fucked, I'm taking it out, and I'm telling
The
everybody to help
Nexium
me do it.
people were connected with. I think the Nexium people did get busted doing weird shit. Some of them, obviously. Now it looks like
Later,
this
there's
guy's-
a connection from Balenciaga to Epstein. Not in this thread, but in another one of the redhead libertarian ones.
All right, can I stop here real quick?
Yeah, I don't know what that even is.
I just granted, A, I'm playing devil's advocate. B, I'm here for the lulls as well. Like,
yeah, I like reading a good conspiracy theory. I think they're
the
fun.
morbidity out of this. But tell me these like watercolored pictures don't look like a Forest Mommy bust from the neck down wearing a tank top or a black dress with a gonzo face negative overlaid on top of it.
I see the
big
gonzo
dick
face.
nose. And then like Forest Mommy shoulder structure, and these are the straps to the tank top. And I mean, look at Jesus. He's looking tempted, which would be the case if he had two Forest Mommy gonzos in front of him.
Yeah, so I think that's it for this one.
Okay. Do I keep going, or am I going to Kim Kardashian?
No, I think the Kim Kardashian one's interesting to go down for sure. Just on her
tell me where you wanna
comments. Yeah, go to that one next as well. This was Kim Kardashian's statement in response, because she's very involved with them. And
I have been quiet for the.
Can't read.
You want to read it? You want to read it?
No. I yawn when I read it out loud. I don't know why.
I can read it. I have been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Valencia campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. Huh.
It's 4 posts.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
As a mother of 4, I've been shaken by the disturbing images. So for her, well, if this is PR, whatever, she finds them disturbing. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Valencia's removal of the campaigns and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this not happen again. As for my future with Valencia, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting to see them take to protect children.
Yeah, it's a pretty half-ass answer.
Yeah,
For
because they
coming
pulled
from
everything down. And Doug, I don't know if you know, like right, as soon as somebody said something about this, Valencia deleted all their like social media posts and stuff right away.
Yeah, they went on
Right?
full damage control trying to cover everything up.
Yeah.
Squirrel, are you a Doug?
A what?
Is your first name Doug? I don't know.
No.
I'm asking. Oh,
No.
okay.
Why?
My apologies.
No.
Because you called him Doug again. You called him Doug
I
earlier,
did?
and then you're like, Squirrel? Yeah. And I thought like his real name was Doug. I didn't know. My apologies.
No, I didn't mean to, I don't know.
I wasn't trying to call you out.
No,
was
I
doing
said
it now.
Doug. I probably said hi, Doug, in the chat before.
Oh.
Maybe I do. I'm like one of those people. I call everybody's name. Okay, so what's the next one? The redheaded libertarian one?
Yep.
That was a good one. What was her name?
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm seeing if this is
one
thread.
was
Okay, this is
interesting.
thread. I got
This
it.
was
You go, mommy.
this was a very interesting thread of damage control going on by the elites over the Balenciaga thing. And a new one happened today was the Washington Post is calling this is a QAnon thing. This is not real. This is a right-wing conspiracy. It is QAnon. It's just interesting that all the usual suspects are the ones that are doing the damage control.
Oh, and then they connect anything to Q to make you instantly go,
crazy,
oh, it's
yeah.
just Q.
Earlier in the chat, St. Michael did actually name the case that the file was from, United States v. Williams in 2008.
Oh, that's right. That was
Yeah,
right.
it was the difference between like sexual exploitation and porn, I think. And that was this specific article of that ruling that was under the bag.
It was in the
Adidas
picture.
bag? Yes.
What did our fine Supreme Court have to say about it? In that case, does anybody know the outcome of that case? Because I don't.
It's criminalized, but it's almost like a way around it.
Both obviously child porn is criminalized, but the sexualization of children is also criminalized.
Yeah, hold on. I don't want to misquote. We can find it. Keep going. I'll see if we can find it.
Okay. Are we reading this? You reading this for us, Mommy, in your sultry voice?
I can. I'll pretend to be the redheaded libertarian who she used to block me, so I'll read it.
She used to block you? How'd that happen?
I think when I had my first account, she did a blockchain that I was in. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Maybe I can put in a good word for you. You know,
no, it's fine. She's doing fine on her own. She doesn't need Forest Mommy Universe. Okay, so I found some damage control on the high-end Valencia kitty porn saga by a definitely objective source called High Nobility. We're gonna break it down. Walk with me. Just scroll down. No, you're good. Oh wait,
I've got it on one tab, and I'm looking at multiple tabs too.
She has to do it one at a time. Blah, blah. Okay, so High Nobility's first steps were to out Shoe on Head. But because Shoe on Head was like the first to call this out, right? Or like one of the first.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't know much about her.
That's right.
By name, credentialize her, and then tell readers exactly what they're supposed to think going through the fact check. So yeah, I think I did read this where it's like they basically are like, oh, it's all baseless claims right away, saying it, blah, blah, blah. High Nobility knows their base can't think for themselves, but will also require only baseline propaganda talking points in order to stay consumers. Okay, so this was this group, High Nobility, was just like going through the claims Shoe on Head made and being like, no, it's all fake, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So first of all, teddy bear and bondage gear, clearly it's just harmless clad teddy bear bag, a perfectly normal accessory for a toddler to be holding, standing on a couch surrounded by wine glasses. So
Okay, so real quick before we go on, this was only one of the 2 photos I saw, but I saw the full photo, and I was like, yeah, it's very fucking tasteless and it's wrong. But I didn't realize that there was all these other photos. This is all starting to make sense to me and come together.
like
For
why?
those of you at
why
the beginning,
people
it's
are
like, is Paul sticking up for fucking predators? I'm not fucking Alice, guys, so don't come after me.
Predator adjacent.
Well, I mean, I'm friends with Alice. I guess that makes me predator adjacent.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm
also
kidding.
Now, I'm also, guys, I'm a Biden supporter too.
Oh, did you get called that on Twitter?
Yeah, the one dude was like, if you're mad that pedos, being a pedo is becoming political, then your politician of choice.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That was so weird how people took that. I have no idea how people took that so fucking sideways.
What was funny is what made me say that is because this, I don't even know who it was, but somebody made it a tweet about like the left sexualizing kids. And then somebody's like, well, look at all this stuff the Catholic Church did. And I'm just like, oh my God, I cannot believe all of you are like pointing fingers at who's the worst pedo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't even just mean it like how people are going after the left for a lot of stuff, which they should. You should. But when people are like, oh, well, look at the Catholic Church and what they did, I'm like, yeah, that's not okay either. Like,
yeah, no one is condoning either of those behaviors.
Yeah, like, and yeah, it's just, pedos are everywhere. And when it comes to like, especially young children, most of the time it's a family member or a close friend, that it happens to. But yeah, like, sorry, I guess, I don't know. I guess your straight uncle's nothing to worry about.
Right. Weird. Okay. So, go ahead.
No, that's it.
Yeah, we'll go over that. We'll talk about that when we get done with this because we didn't talk about that. So that High Nobility was saying that children holding the BDSM teddy bears is not indicative of a wider conspiracy. That one looks like it's fucking like,
Yeah.
That's like.
Yeah.
I ain't even look that bad when I party all night.
Like I want. If this was Toy Story, I want to know what Andy was doing before he went off to college.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That teddy bear had a rough night.
Yeah. Well, why not? Ordinary readers might ask. We'll never know for sure. Seed said fact checking. They just changed the subject in the next paragraph, redirecting you to Shu, who is a super. Okay, yeah. So they were just trying to discredit Shu and all this stuff, which that is what happens on the internet instead of like talking
like
about the actual. Yeah, because Shoe on Head was one of the first ones that called this all out.
Okay.
I don't know what happened with the Adidas stuff. I don't know what all that was.
So there was also I didn't post this one, but there was another thread of a model at a Balenciaga sitting on a chair at a corner office with her legs crossed, and then there was books on the table.
Oh, that's where that case was, right?
No, that was the Supreme Court ruling is from here. I have
the artwork is the one with the Adidas, right? The weird artwork guy.
Yeah, there was some guy who's all his like. There's a couple books on, or sorry, excuse me, it wasn't books. It was like the name at a desk, the little nameplate. Thank you.
Yeah.
The nameplate, and it was yeah, sorry. It was the nameplate of a few people, and if you look up those people, like their art is insane. It's all like dismembered kids and shit.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't post that here. I forgot about that until now.
I looked into. Okay, and yeah,
it was creepy. Okay, so we can skip the stuff with that.
Skip this. All right.
Definitely not art you would see hanging at a normal person's house.
Oh,
we skipping the Supreme Court.
I just posted that picture. If you want to pull that one up.
Oh wait.
What picture?
If you want to see the bag one, the actual original photo.
In private chat, you're talking about?
Yeah, I just posted that there.
I want everybody to remember, I have been up for over 13 hours working, driving. So bear with me. I love you all.
No, you got it, man.
Daily Mail? Am I in the right spot?
Yeah, just you could scroll down. It's got the photo.
Let's get Zoom action going on here. All right. Let's see. We want the photo. I went too much.
Ads.
I went too hard. The photo?
Keep going. It's not that one.
Keep going.
That was their apology. If you're interested, they took everything down and they only posted a picture of their apology there. That's
All right,
that's it right there.
Yeah, got it. So we got the bag, and then we got a zoomed in where you can see it's the Supreme Court case. So this is the most damning evidence I've seen thus far. This to me is that.
Like, why would they put that in there? Like, why would that
openly
be
flaunting
there?
it. Yeah. And I heard about this, but I didn't see this. And now that I'm seeing it, this is the most damning thing I've seen out of this whole thing.
Oh, it is. There is worse. Like if we can figure out where that one nasty picture is, it's like, yeah. The duct tape one is way worse, Buffin.
Like they had a kid duct taped. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, it was like duct tape, or it might have been like packing tape or whatever. It was tape. Kid was taped up, and it was super gross.
They had a child detained with an adhesive.
Yeah, like in front of a TV or something like that. It was. Yeah, I remember that one. I don't know if that's in one of these threads.
All right, am I going back to where am I going now?
The redheaded libertarian one, I guess.
Back to the redhead there. Oh, guys, Walmart, whatever this brand is, even though they don't have any on the shelves.
Brain building.
What the fuck? Bear with me. Kim Kardashian. Help me, Elon Musk. Skipping this shit. Yeah, we saw the photo. Is this where we were?
Yeah, so now you saw that part, yeah.
Oh, this is the court opinion that's on there. There you go. I was trying to find that. I already posted it, that's why I couldn't find it.
Yeah. So this I did know. I didn't realize that this was from the Supreme Court decision. It has to be in the act of simulating a sexual intercourse act. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Why do we have to dissect this? Why do we live in a world where it's a necessity to dissect this? This shouldn't fucking happen. Now I'm.
What else do they have to do but to do this shit? You know, like.
Here's my question: at what point, is it money? Is it fame? At what point is it where you're like, I can't fuck older women anymore, or I can't fuck older dudes anymore? Like, it's only going to take a child to get me off. When
you have all the power and control.
By the way, I
world.
apologize for the demonetization of this stream because it's going to be completely on me, and I'm fully sorry for it. But
yeah,
at what point does that come? Yeah, it's
there's no logic to it.
God, I'm trying to have sex with 55-year-olds. Like, that's where my life is right now.
Even in the world, I've talked about this before. In the world I've seen people who've been able to do some crazy stuff, and then that's not enough, and then they got to keep pushing. Like, they can't keep pushing. They got to keep pushing, and then I've seen people there's always the people who like the power aspect of it, and they'll push for that. So I just imagine it's these people who have done everything and everything, and they literally control the fucking world. I just can't imagine where their mind would be. You know?
Has anybody here seen Shane Gillis's not Matt and Shane, but Gillian Keeves, their special?
Yeah, I've watched a couple of,
Did you see the one where Congress, it was back in 1776 when they convened to discuss the legal age of consent?
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
It was pretty funny because you have to think about this. These laws had to get written at some time, which means I'm guessing 2008 is when this case was done, but the laws have been around a lot longer, which means a room full of old white men had to gather together and determine what age is it legal to fuck somebody. And Gillian Keeves did a bit on it, and it was pretty funny.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, so they specifically had a certain part showing, and it's the part that denotes how sexual conduct and sexually explicit conduct are different. Okay, so they're trying to show that they can do a loophole or something like that. Just like just fucking take a photo of the product you're selling. What's with all this fucking weird shit? Like, come on.
St. Michael gave us basically the cliff notes in the chat. He said, so in U.S. v. Williams, the Protect Act was struck down as overly vague. Scalia dissented. It would have banned, quote, unknowingly, end quote, posting content that, quote, could be exploitative. So basically it protects plausible deniability.
And I guess it probably, like, I wonder if that case come about because, like, when people take pictures of their kids naked, or maybe that is that kind of like, or is this only in advertising?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing with this is everything we want to create laws where they're definitive, to where when something happens, we point to the law and we convict. And unfortunately, we live in a world of shades of gray. So where does it stop? What's child porn and what's not? Like, is the old copper tone label? Is that child porn?
I did that for Halloween one time, but it was definitely pornish when I did it. So, but love it. No, yeah, that's the hard thing. That's why I say I know they've had cases where, like, say, like, you just have a cute picture of your kids on the bed naked, and it's not like you're just a parent taking a beautiful picture of your kid, and like somehow it gets out, and someone, it's just
Someone calls.
Exactly. Oh, how funny that! Can you read it, Hex? Because there's she did the Morgan Freeman for one of them.
Oh,
you could do the Morgan Freeman post.
I got you, Hex. I got you. Hang on. That good. That's as big as I can go.
Yeah, keys.
But high nobility did not stop. They couldn't. They were in this now. They were invested. It was ride or die, baby. Ride or die.
God. That is uncanny.
Love it.
What we do here.
Can you say get busy living or get busy dying?
Get busy living or get busy dying.
And the rest?
Can you recite the whole script of Shawshank Redemption?
Yes, please. If it wouldn't be too much trouble.
Here. Yeah. I mean, let's do this. Oh, I screwed this up. There we go. All right, go ahead, Hex. We just need you to recite the entire script of Morgan Freeman's lines only of Shawshank Redemption, and we'll be good to go.
Oh my God!
And then we'll move on with this stuff. All right.
Sure, let me just look up all of his dialogue lines and quick.
Oh, just in the chat, St. Michael's making good points
actually,
too.
If you could film it as a separate video, and then that'll just be my bedtime ASMR.
Hex could be cleaning up, making ASMR videos, probably. All right, so
dead ass.
Blah blah. The people. So basically, this company is defending them. She's still calling them out. Oh yeah, they deleted. Why did they delete their IG post? Because Valencia always deletes old posts, you poors. In this case, they deleted all of their holiday gift campaign posts before the shopping season even kicked out. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
They're defending that.
The gaslighting is so real.
And God, I hate defending him, but if there's a group of people I hate more than anything, it's the poors. They're all away. They don't have the best hygiene. I'm kidding. I live in a trailer in the woods. I'm with the poors.
Poor gang.
So, like, what's this company that's defending them, anyways? Like, are they like, is they just?
Oh, the company's called High Nobility.
Yeah, they got to be somehow
the elite class.
Oh yeah, well, obviously this is their PR team. Whatever this.
If you buy a pair of jeans for anything over $150, I pity your life that you need things to make you feel cool about yourself. Like, I've never heard of High Nobility. I've never heard of Balenciaga. I'm assuming these got started by some fucking 17-year-old kid 7 years ago on Instagram promoting shit. You people who live in this social media culture, and I'm not talking to our crew. Our crew's fucking awesome.
What's going on before social media? Remember Abercrombie and Fitch? If you didn't have Abercrombie and Fitch, you were
and those assholes were losers in high school too.
Yeah, and they're all fat now anyway. So
yeah, look at me. Yeah. I wore Abercrombie and Fitch.
There's a conspiracy behind Abercrombie and Fitch too. But anyways, Like, no, it is stupid, and especially these high-end fashion shit. Like, it's funny because they're with that whole Wayfair thing when everything was real expensive. They think they're child trafficking, but I'm like, you know what? All this high-end fashion where you're paying fucking like $3,000 for a pair of sunglasses and shit. Who the fuck knows what that is? You know, like, I don't know. All right, so her thread's basically just pointing out this stupid PR campaign trying to defend it.
Yeah,
that's probably the most damning stuff on that, right? Like
I don't think there's anything worse than that.
Okay.
I mean, somebody basically pointed out that, you know what, if Balenciaga would have done something to offend the LGBTQ plus
community, it was one of their arguments.
Then the celebrities would have instantly dropped them like a bad habit.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, but yet Kim Kardashian has to reevaluate her relationship with Balenciaga. You know, she's looking at it carefully and trying to make sure that they're not going to do it again.
Paul, sorry, no. Doug. Hold on.
Here's the thing. Here's the last thing I'm going to say.
Hey, there's
he's on the bottom roll.
5 minutes.
All right. You been here for 5 minutes?
Never going to get that back. Let's change the topic from pedophiles to time thievery. You've stolen my 5 minutes, Paul. I want it back.
No, he was doing other stuff. I didn't see you pop in. It's my responsibility too.
Real quick, here's what I'm gonna say.
He's the producer.
I didn't even know you were here. And I liked it better when you weren't.
I never thought about you at all.
Here's the thing about this, people. I have never heard of these brands or companies before, and the only reason they have the power to do this is because the money given to them. So if you are one of their users who buys their products and you're offended right now and you're absolutely distraught, you paid for it. You voted for it with your dollar. Stop fucking giving these companies your money. Stop it.
What I don't understand is like I'm like you. I shop at freaking Walmart for my clothes. Like I don't follow this world at all. How do you like see this shit normally over the years and just be like, yeah, this is weird. All right.
And would that ad make you be like, oh, I want to give this little teddy bear to a kid? Like, what kid is looking at an ad like that? To like, it's just, what were they really advertising? Because would a kid even open up that wherever that advertising is and look, and see that? Like, it's obviously advertising to adults. So, anyway, Doug, why don't you talk for a minute while you have your time?
I'm good. I got nothing to say.
All right. Well, to go on your point, Libertarian.
I like Libertarian Squirrel shirt. Shut up, Paul. I like Libertarian Squirrel shirt. We the people, man. Kid Rock forever.
Pissed off. We the people.
Let's go, Brandon.
Here's one of my favorite pair of flip-flops I bought 2 years ago for $5. Made of recycled stuff. Not that I care about the environment. I just need a new pair of flip-flops. These for $5 and easy to grab. But I want to point out, I bought these 2 years ago. I wear them all the time to this day. Here's the other one that Bandit got a hold of, chewed the shit out of, and I duct taped the strap down, and I still wear these to this day.
I don't trust a man in flip-flops if there's not a beach within walking distance.
Yeah,
I'm in the Upper Peninsula.
You shouldn't.
You're not within walking distance of a beach.
Yeah, he's just white. We're just white trash here, man. That's all. That's where the sandal slipper thing comes in.
As soon as I threw him down, Bandit went over there like, "Can I touch these, Dad, or are you gonna get mad at me again?"
Beat his ass with them.
You know what do you know what I learned tonight from a coworker at work? I did not know that Filipinos had Philippine Christmas music. Like I listened to somebody I work with sing along to about 20 minutes of Filipino Christmas music and was thoroughly entertained because I had no idea what the fuck they were saying, but you could tell it was festive as shit. It was very entertaining. I had no idea. I thought we were the only ones that celebrated Christmas. I thought it was a white American thing. I really did. I thought every culture, every country had their own version of things.
Well, they think like Christmas started and there's like all sorts of different like crazy Santa, like Krampus, and like there's all like, and they think it's from mushrooms, I believe. Like the original Christmas stuff was mushrooms.
It was like a trip.
I believe the original Christmas was the birth of Christ, but I could be wrong.
I mean, if you want to believe if you want to believe the JM.
Yeah. I mean,
Doom Machine?
I know mankind came around 6,000 years ago in the Garden of Eden, and then roughly about 2,000 years ago, our Lord and Savior walked the earth.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
I've been told that story too, just like I was told about Paul Bunyan and the Babe, the Big Blue Ox. I mean, it's all heightened versions, I'm sure. They have some basis in reality.
I just got your text message, Doug.
Secret Asian Man has a wonderful, beautiful looking background, man. God, that's a gorgeous place.
Yeah, I wish I could take credit, but I'm in a hotel room.
Oh, well, beautiful hotel room. High end, it looks like.
Yeah, I like your background.
Oh, this?
You want to switch?
Sure. I don't know if I'll be able to maintain that lifestyle that long, but
yeah. Well, company's all paying for this, so
right on, man. Hex, how was your trip out west?
It was great.
Did you buy a cowboy hat?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Motherfucker, man. Gonna go downtown to the old town. Whatever that song is. I can't remember the
Close.
words. Gonna ride. Oh, what the fuck am I thinking of? Jesus, am I that high already? Gonna
Little Nas X. Gonna ride my horse.
Old Town Road. Going. I don't remember the goddamn song. But that's what it's really cool. It's cool as shit, dude. I love it. Secret Asian Man is just beautiful himself.
He's a good looking man.
I appreciate it.
He's a good looking man.
He's
if I was gay,
I'd take care of myself.
If I was gay and had the yellow fever,
what do you got against it? What? There's so many things about that are so wrong. He looks like a comedian I know named Joseph Simmons. I was going to say Mick Simmons. Joseph Simmons, a comedian I knew in Florida. He looks almost exactly like Joseph, almost down to the button down in the collar.
How do you
Must be a handsome guy.
Very much so. He's got a gorgeous wife. Good dude, funny dude too. Sorry to bring the party down, guys.
Oh, can we go back? No. Can we please go back to talking about possible child pornography?
Oh,
we have to dig more.
Oh my God, it's a Christmas miracle.
All right, where are we going now?
I mean, we can try and see that last picture or something. Did you find it, Secret Asian Man?
Are you still on the Balenciaga thing? Is
that no, I kind of gave up on looking for that. Actually, I'm now looking. I'm trying to find an article about Gonzalez v. Google. You guys know what that's about, right?
No.
That's the one that Gonzalez v. Google could be a major change for Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Yep.
I heard something about this.
Kamikaze freaking called it out before I could even get the sentence out.
That's right.
Yeah. Tim Pool was talking about it yesterday on IRL with Michael Malice, where he was saying that a Google executive actually contacted him, and he was like, "Hey, you realize that if we lose this case, that you might actually get like." People might not be able to find you, you might not show up in the algorithm. And he just like went off. He's like, look, I know this isn't your fault. I know that this isn't on you, but I already have been going through this forever and we've been successful in spite of that. He's like, I hope you guys lose. He's like, I hope it goes back to, reverse chronological, whatever. But yeah, that Section 230 is such a hot mess. And, again, I hope that SCOTUS does go ahead and dick smash that thing.
So me and Doug have had several iterations of our dick smash.
I like that.
Me and Doug have done a few podcasts, and I think it was one of our older podcasts with a couple other buddies. We really dug into 230, and I said back then, the problem. So for those who don't know, Section 230 gives protection to companies like Twitter, all the big tech companies, to not get convicted when crimes happen on their platform. Now it's different, than a cell phone company, because the reason the law came about was like phone companies. If a member of the mafia are planning hits on phones, can they convict AT&T of a crime if they were using AT&T services? So this is kind of a carryover law from that period. And what it basically said is, you're not going to be convicted of a crime, and you're allowed to do light moderation. And what that was supposed to have been interpreted was anything that broke U.S. law, you're allowed to remove from your platform. But other than that, you're clean. So here's the thing. Twitter, think of Twitter and CNN or Fox News. People post articles to CNN and Fox News, and there's a comment section on Fox News. All right? Fox News is what's considered a publisher. So they have to moderate because they can get nailed on a civil suit for like defamation law and stuff like that. Twitter can't because 230 protects them from doing so as long as they do light moderation to remove anything that's against the law, which would be calls to violence, defamation, shit like that. But the problem with it is when you heavily moderate, and especially if you're taking out one side of the political war with your moderation and you clearly have chosen a side and are unbiased, you're kind of going beyond that moderation exemption you got for being a platform as opposed to a publisher. And I think that in the current state that we're in, if this goes to the Supreme Court and the current Supreme Court that we have in America, and they have the evidence of where, hey, I got silenced because I believe this, and it's not illegal, it's not against any U.S. law, but I still got kicked off the platform because their woke trust and safety department didn't agree with my personal beliefs. That's what I think is being challenged. Am I correct? Or is there money involved in this guy's suit? I remember reading into it, but I don't have all the details handy.
I don't know what prompted the actual Gonzalez v. Google case, but like if I was going to put it in layman's terms, what you more or less are saying is that like I can't go and sue Twitter because of something that Forest Mommy posted, right? They're just like, look, we're a platform. We didn't have editorial oversight. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But when you sit there and you start picking winners and losers of what people can and can't see, well, now you're a publisher, not a platform, right? And Twitter is the modern day public square. Okay. So you are enjoying the protections of Section 230. Okay. But you are also acting as an editorial or a publisher. So you're having it both ways. And that's what is the truly fucked up thing about it, and
well, on the off chance that we are still monetized, I'm not going to say it, but Elon just
COVID was a scam.
Elon just tweeted yesterday that he has proof that Twitter interfered with a civil process.
Yeah, I read that. I saw that.
But we can't talk about that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Libertarian Squirrel, but I don't have the data right now to show you. It's great. It's great. We're hearing these things.
You might be okay because you said Elon said it. You didn't say it was you.
We didn't even say what civil process. We did not say what civil process.
Elon.
Yeah, we weren't talking about one of the earlier months in 2020.
Elon's about to drop bombs, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Like, I hope it is explosive.
I hope he does it like Lyndon Johnson in front of a group of reporters while taking a shit.
I like the guy.
Dropping
He's not a
bombs.
savior. I like the guy a lot, and everybody knows I like him a lot. He's not a savior.
No.
So
definitely
I
not.
feel like
he's not a savior.
We're getting set up for a lot of disappointment too. I think we're going to see some good shit, but we're getting set up for disappointment as well.
No, it's a net gain. Like
Agreed.
I feel like any day now we're gonna get Desert Daddy back, and we're gonna get all of that back. It's coming.
Accelerant.
No person is perfect. We gotta
Hex is coming back. Phobes will come back.
The thing I like about Elon, we do know what his underlying motive is. It's money. He is just like in the Balenciaga. He chases the almighty God that is the dollar, which I may not like, but at least I can respect it because you know what the motivation for him is. It is money, and I'm not saying it's all money, but he spent $44 billion on Twitter. He doesn't want that to go into the red. He wants to make money off it.
54 billion, but who's counting?
Yeah,
not Elon.
So the crazy thing is, he said he wouldn't bring Alex Jones back, but he put up a poll and said the mass amnesty for people who haven't broken the law or done egregious spamming. If he's not a huge hypocrite, and he said Vox Populi, Vox Dei, and meaning he's going to go ahead and reinstate all these accounts. He said that afterwards, so technically that should mean that he would go ahead and bring Alex Jones back. But he's being emotional about it. He's being emotional about it.
His logic in that thread was he said that in regards to hurting children. So he said he's saying that Alex Jones's words hurt children and his priority is children. That was his logic. I don't agree with that logic, but that is his logic.
No, he's making it personal.
His child died in his arms, and anybody who would profit off the death of children or something like that. And the thing is like, I don't like Alex Jones at all. I think the Sandy Hook stuff was pretty disgraceful. I think sometimes you should just maybe shut up for a bit before you start running your mouth about something like that. But I think the amount of money there, like, I don't think he should have been sued at all. And I think he should still be allowed on social media.
Great.
And I can't stand the guy. I cannot stand that guy. But I think, I think he should still be allowed on social media. You can still look at him and be like, you're a shit person for saying that. You know what I mean? Like, as we do with so many other people on the internet, and you can just not watch him or follow
Exactly.
him.
And I completely agree with you, Alice.
Say if you don't want him popping up in your feed for any reason, just block him.
Well, he also said something else.
Yeah, but that
too,
doesn't hit your
in that
dopamine
regard.
center.
But
Outrage is the biggest dopamine for a lot of these people. That's like the biggest. Yeah.
Not for me.
If you
And
mute
he-
somebody, then you're not going to be able to get enraged and start tweeting at them. You know.
But
It's
he
like a
also
drug.
said he's going to put another layer of what he was thinking. I don't agree with this one either. On the principle is he said, I'm not going to give a platform to hateful voices, but I'm also going to
To boost.
Segregate them.
deboost. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
essentially
yeah.
shadow banning, which is the same thing that we have now.
Which is where we started.
Yeah, so it's no different. It's just a little better. But like Secret Agent Man said, net gain, I still believe. It's
Right.
not. We're not
He's
losing
supposed to
ground, but
reinstate,
it's not.
I think it was 67,000 accounts is what I last heard.
Hashtag sparklers for mommy.
Can you imagine if social media existed during the reign of Hitler? Like, truly, what people today would actually be like online with
Hitler
that
would
kind
have
of-
won. I've said that. Like,
Look at
Hitler would have
China.
fucking won back then.
Look
Yeah,
at
look
China.
exactly.
Look at China.
We got to ban. Trump's coming back to Twitter. Oh God, he's giving platforms back to Hitler and the Nazis. Think about if Hitler was really here and the Nazis were still around in droves. I don't think it would be like. I don't think it'd be like Trump.
Well, they are like the U.S. government is the Nazis, right? So
It's just
I
changed.
I hate Nazis. Elon's a Nazi. I'm trading in my Tesla for a VW.
Oh my God! Yeah, but a VW is such a
Yeah.
great car. Hex, I'm sorry,
Oh,
we
it's a
didn't mean to cut you
Milano
off.
with a cell phone.
Hex was going to say something before, and I cut him off. I didn't mean to. I'm
Something
sorry.
about Nazis, and I just said because they're in Ukraine now.
Oh,
Oh, are you
Siren made
talking
a good
about
point.
the Honorable Azov Battalion? Has the mainstream media is now referring to them as?
Exactly.
It's hard for them whenever they show the Azov Battalion to crop it out where you can't see the swastika on their shoulder. I feel really bad for the cameraman in that scenario. Makes the job difficult.
Nice ass, Alice.
Siren made a good point in the
Look
chat
at that
there.
donk
She always does.
dragging that wagon.
Elon and Gates hate each other, so I know what team I'm picking there.
Oh, of course.
Just between those two.
I'm talking to all you right now because of Elon Musk. Like, I have Starlink. I love his products. I love his businesses.
I'm talking.
I mean,
just 'cause I like
Neuralink,
you.
not my thing. I think Neuralink might be a bridge too far. But hey, everybody's got their side projects.
No, I'm not.
Come on,
I'm not doing
man.
that Neuralink bullshit.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on, you guys. We've seen Flatliners and all those cool sci-fi movies from the '90s where they implant that shit. Brain
Yeah, I
damage.
also
Come
just
on.
I also
Big boy?
just finished watching Electric Dreams, and I'm way
The
good.
original or the remake?
The Amazon Prime anthology.
Oh yeah,
Electric Dreams.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
No, so
Terrifying, but
you
it's
saw
really
you
well
saw you saw where Crowder was talking about how this coordinated attack on Elon is basically, you know, it's Apple, Google, they're working to eliminate the competition.
Yeah.
You know, like, and so Elon's like, hey, I'll just make a new phone. You don't want to let me on your app store? You don't want to let me on
Please.
Apple?
Yeah,
App Store?
and
Making Elon
KJP. KJP.
I love you,
is
Adam.
for it.
If you can hear me.
Are you talking about Karine Jean-Pierre, the greatest
Yeah.
press secretary that ever existed in the history of our country, based solely on the fact that she is a lesbian black female?
Yeah, she is simping for the whole. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on Twitter. We're keeping an eye on. Hey, shut up. It's a private
Hey,
company.
Now that killed me. That killed me because somebody else pointed out a good point. Like, yo, CBS took 2 years to verify Hunter Biden's laptop. You weren't keeping an eye on them. You didn't keep a
No.
close eye on Twitter when they censored the New York Post article that absolutely just obscured the New York Post article that talked about
The
the laptop. You didn't sit there and keep a close eye on CNN and MSNBC, Rachel Maddow sitting there squawking about Russia for
Rachel Maddow's so hot.
nonstop for 2 years while the Mueller investigation turned up literally nothing. Like, these people have fallen for hoax after hoax after hoax. The Covington kids, Jussie Smollett, Russia, okay, Russia 2.0, the Ukrainian Boogaloo, right? Like,
Canon Pictures, baby.
what else? What am I missing here? Bubba Wallace and the garage pull, right? What else did they sit there and fall for? I mean, these people just fall for hoax after hoax after
Didn't
hoax.
someone like supposedly
hey-
say the N-word at a basketball game or something, and someone said they said it, and then it was a college game, I think.
What,
And then no one-
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
but
talking about
who has
Utah. You're talking about Utah.
that was another one, wasn't it? They're like,
The,
oh my
the volleyball.
God.
That was so hilarious. Okay, is that not what you're talking about? You got a different one?
I was just adding. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut secret. I was just adding to the point of all the stupid shit they add. They
Sorry.
call.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it goes back even before Trump. You know, they fell for hands up, don't shoot. That turned out to be a lie. Eric Holder himself said that that was bullshit. Okay, Trayvon Martin. You can go back to Trayvon Martin. Okay, yeah, freaking that guy who shot Trayvon was a scumbag, and Trayvon should probably still be alive today. There's a lot of these people who died in unfortunate ways that should still be alive today. But the way that the media has carried water
Co-opted.
they've absolutely just hijacked the narrative at every turn, and people just fall for it, and they just can't get enough. They just gobble it up, and it never ends. But no, let's keep a close eye on Twitter, because Elon did what? Laid off 75% of the employees, and it's running as well as it ever has.
I
But now
haven't lost a single follower since that happened. I've only gained followers.
They're actually getting rid of child porn on Twitter with 25% of the staff they had before. So I'm not really sure.
Which is crazy, because it was just turn off. They just turned it off. Like, how has this not happened beforehand?
Secret Agent Man, you just brought me back to a point from our conversation on the 230 thing. With what you just said. If Twitter, here's how Elon has to succeed with moderation. If he just gets rid of child porn, defamation, and calls to violence, and that was the only moderation that happened on Twitter, Twitter would be an amazing fucking place.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the article that Eliza shared where, like, these people were like, yeah, Elon got rid of the child porn faster, but we were going to do it too eventually, but he's bad for doing it so fast because we were going to do it eventually. Yeah, she posted an article. It was an article.
She posted an article of other people saying it. She didn't say it. Other people.
Yeah, it wasn't her. It was just funny that she's like so happy Elon's finally doing something about it. And these people are like, well, he shouldn't have done it so fast, or like, it's just like,
what's he supposed to do?
Why? Because that is your like vehicle to.
Sorry, yeah, that's Michael. How they keep a job or something.
Just saw that, buddy.
Yeah, it's your vehicle to relevance.
Yeah, like there was some hashtag, and she said like almost all of them except for like 2 posts were gone with this hashtag. That was like how they all. I don't know what it was. I don't want to know. But like, if you could just turn it off, why wasn't this turned off so long ago? I think we all know the answer.
I'm just saying. There have been algorithms that, like, I have said something I didn't even realize was a controversial word that got me either shadow banned or it got it instant deleted. You're telling me those same algorithms can't pick up child porn? Now, granted, I understand some real adult porn will get lost and kicked off in the process. And I am a lover of adult porn, but I would still be okay with that happening.
Yeah, you can. There's enough of that, and those people can appeal it or whatever. If it really isn't, like, have the algorithms take off the most, and then whatever.
I sent a buddy and like, oh, there's like an anime titty meme, and I sent it to him in Discord, and it said, it like scanned the thing, and it said, "Hey, your media settings are high. This is potentially a flagged post. Are you sure you want to send?" I'm like, how do you know that this is a fake anime titty? But we don't have the technology.
Yeah,
I don't
agree,
believe
100%.
it. I don't believe it.
Kamikaze,
It's
I'll
there.
say
It's there
retard
because
whenever
they
I
wanted
want.
it to be there.
We can all say retard. Retards, like, I never really let them take that from me.
I think I've said it
anyways.
3 times tonight on accident. I think I've called myself retarded many of times.
What do you
Then it's
say when
okay.
you see a sign that says flame retardant? What do you say in place of that, for crying out loud? I mean, help me. I'm lost at this intersection.
I mean, I'm not talking about retards when I say retards. Like,
Yeah, you'll know when I'm talking about those goof brains. You'll know when I'm talking about a waterhead. Anyway, I don't want to be. I got to get back to
Hey Doug,
to work,
hey
guys.
Doug, you seen this shit?
Yeah, man, it's like the And One mixtape. Anyway, have fun,
Well,
everybody.
thanks for popping
I'll see you guys
on. Have
later.
a good
Thanks
rest
for
of your day
having
at
me.
work.
You too. Have a good night, guys. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye, bro.
Lord.
All right, what else is going on in the world?
There's a little silence break there.
Does anyone know how this this amnesty shit is supposed to work?
What?
You talking about
it was people above. Well, the thing I saw was the people above 10,000 were they were looking at now.
Here is what I think happened. I think he put out the tweet, he put out the poll, got it, said the people's voice was heard, and then I think he was gonna actually just let everybody back on. And then I think Apple stepped up and Apple said, we're gonna take you off the Twitter store if you bring everybody back on. So I think what we're seeing is the first waves that are, I don't want to say Apple approved, but like knows there's not going to be any controversy with it. And then I think he's just toe stepping who he's bringing back from there, like making sure that everybody vets the actual appeals, which for those who still have banned accounts, we have fresh appeals in, correct?
I got to redo mine again.
All right.
I've never had the honor of being banned yet, so that means I haven't said anything of consequence yet. I'll get there.
I'm a veteran of it. Actually, I've been in the ban wars.
The right person to blow you.
Well, Libertarian
Right.
Squirrel, I too, when I joined this magical universe, had no clue what a Twitter appeals process was like, but now I'm well versed in it. And I'm a victor of the Twitter appeal process.
He did. He won the FMU account back. So
I lawyered the shit out of that appeal.
He was like, objection.
he was.
I literally wrote like an amicus brief is what I did.
He's like, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
I literally took every single violation they gave me and I like gave a counterpoint to every single violation. The next day it got turned on. I was like, holy shit.
Literally the next day.
And it was
That's amazing.
that was our 7th try to get that account back. That was our 7th try. The other ones, the first one was like, you cocksucking motherfucker. This was before Elon bought it. You cocksucking motherfuckers, give me the account back.
I did that with YouTube.
How'd that go?
Yeah, where you
by
just
the
got to
way?
be mean to them.
It took 5 days. They said, yeah, we're not going to do that. You're banned. And I'm like, all right, let me try a sweeter approach. Hey, friend, how's your day going? Looking at all the child porn on your website? Can you bring this account back? Pretty please? Kiss emoji, kiss emoji, kiss emoji. That one got denied.
Ugh, ridiculous. I was going to say something about that. Appeals. I forget now. Sorry.
My apologies if I threw you off.
No, yeah, I don't know. We'll see who all comes back. Trent Steele needs to come back. The original Sweet D's. Oh, I got to add her. I DM'd her to see if Sweet D wanted to come on, or D wanted to come on at Golden Showers in December. Yeah, she came on once before, but we had a ton of people on, so I think it'd be fun to have just have her on. So a shout out. I've got to add her, and she doesn't check her DMs, so I think that'd be fun. Anyways,
if I was a woman, I would never open my DMs on Twitter. Just from everything I'm hearing of the war stories, I will be honest. I have never once slid into a girl's DMs on Twitter, just based on the fact of I feel so bad for all the girls I know on Twitter, and I know they just get dicks thrown at them from every single direction.
I really didn't.
You say that like you're disappointed.
No, I'm just like, I laugh about. I've said that before. I think because I'm open and all that, the real ones who really want that shock factor, they're not gonna fucking send it to me. You know, they're gonna be like, I get the ones who are. Yeah, it's just funny.
Rest in peace, FMU DMs tonight.
If they want to send me $20, I'll look at their dick pic. That's fine. Cash App Force Mommy.
I've never
I'm not
understood
doing it
that.
for free. I
never understood that. Like when I went down my OnlyFans rabbit hole, like learning what OnlyFans was, and I saw like every girl offered like check the menu out, and I'm like, what do you mean menu? And it's like, I'll review your dick for $20. I'm like, who would pay
Market
$20?
capitalism, baby.
See, that's terrible. Like first I gotta go out and I gotta buy a microscope, then I gotta pay for you. Come on.
Yeah. Like you're on a video call with a girl, you send her like this is how I imagine playing it out. I don't know. I've never done it. Believe it if you want. I don't care. But I imagine it plays out. You're in a video call with a girl, you fucking Venmo her $20 or however the shit works, and then you stand up, you pull your joint out, and you have to look at her face on a video screen. And like they've got to like OnlyFans models have got to be the best actors in the world, because I would just picture like I don't think there's enough $20 bills in the world for me not to go.
Yeah, it's funny. They tip them. There are people who love that. And some people want them to degrade you, degrade them, be like,
yeah,
you know.
And I'm not talking shit about OnlyFans girls. Make your money. By the way, did you see me and Leanne Starr talk today?
I did see that. Look at you.
What up?
I love her.
Nice.
I love her. I feel
I
like
love
me and
her.
her have like a kindredhood of like just being like, my beliefs are fucking the right beliefs, and I'm fucking hot, and I'll share a little bit of it.
Yeah,
I
feel
felt like
you
I was
guys
in
would be
10th grade
best
at Twitter High. Like I said something to the hot chick and the senior hot chick, and she was like, "Oh, what do you say?" And I'm like, "Wait, what? Are you talking to me?"
Who is this?
She's hot.
Leanne
Leanne
Starr,
Starr.
she's on Simcast.
Oh,
She's based.
She's
She
a-
does use all video. She does like video rants like I do, but she'll do it. She's like beautiful, has these big, beautiful titties, and she's like, oh, they're always in video. Like I just love her in her cute little outfits, and she's but she's like angry. She's like angry, but it's like hot.
Didn't she run for Pennsylvania Congress? Didn't she run for Congress?
she was
in
going to. I
Pennsylvania?
don't know if she did yet.
Oh, okay.
I
But
know that-
Well, she should get in Mises caucus and try and do it that way.
If you, Alice, I know you've seen her before because me and you have been in the same Sipcast chats when Forest Mommy's on. She's been with Forest Mommy.
She's like dark hair, long dark hair. LE.
Go into Google.
Bigger cheekbones.
Go into Google and type in Leanne Starr space OF and then just go to images. Trust me.
We're on Twitter. You should follow her on Twitter. She's fun. She does good videos.
She does.
Yeah, I'll look her up.
Yeah, St. Michael. Yeah, because Clint's single, so I'm sure Ashton's been having a great time lately. Poor thing. She's had an interesting life anyway. So
she was on Simcast this week and she's got an OF now.
Ashton does?
Ashton.
Is she just doing like political stuff or is she doing sexy stuff?
I don't know. She just said she came on Chrissy Mayer in a hot tub or in a tub wearing a bikini. And she had her OnlyFans tag, and she talked about how she's on OnlyFans now. And let me tell you what, I ain't gonna lie, I've been lusting after that girl since like 2017.
Yeah,
I've always found her attractive as hell.
Can't go, and she's a blonde, you know. She's cute.
And again, older I get, it's like my
I know
opinions
St.
on
Michael.
tits versus
I don't
ass.
believe it either.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what she said from her mouth. Which I don't know how much of that you get to see on OnlyFans, but go with God all.
Oh, love it. Well, let's see what else is going on.
I'm just like I've been so busy this week, like I haven't even really dug into much news. That's why like the Belen thing, like
Project Veritas put out a pretty good new expose.
Yeah, what's that on? I saw that in my feed and I was like, ooh, I gotta check this out later.
I see that yet.
It was a HHS whistleblower that was talking about how the government is complicit in trafficking minors around, and so they're just taking these unaccompanied minors that are coming across the border illegally, and they are sending them off to people who are not related to them, and they show this one girl who was interviewed by a Project Veritas person who this young girl talks about how her sponsor claimed to be her aunt, but she said she didn't know her, and her aunt pimped her out and made her do sex work with several men. It's pretty gross, but you know, Project Veritas always does like pretty fantastic work.
Kick-ass job.
They're the only ones doing like real
Doing
journalism.
God's work.
anymore.
Journalism. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm sure Health and Human Services will give this a clever name, like the Border Experiment. And you know, Hex saw this earlier today. 50 years from now, they'll talk about what a great success the Border Experiment was when they sent children off to get sex trafficked in America.
Holy shit! That
you
tweet
can
today,
go to
right?
that tweet.
That was nuts. That was nuts.
You saw it, Alice? The Project Veritas thing?
No,
Oh, no.
I was talking about that lady put out. Tell them.
Yeah. The director of the CDC put out a tweet, and Hex shared it. And the tweet, I was like, okay, devil's advocate, read this tweet and interpret it in a way where it makes the Tuskegee experiment sound like a bad idea. And I read that tweet 5 times over, and I'm like, she's literally praising the work done during the Tuskegee experiment. Like, yeah, we injected black men with syphilis, did not tell them, and then we just let them die of syphilis. And it was a good thing, and we're actually going to have a banquet celebrating what a good work we here in the Health and Human Services did, Public Health and Safety did during the Tuskegee experiment. And I'm like, huh? Like, why are you? That's a weird flex, bro.
I haven't pulled up.
They're flaunting it in our face. They're just flaunting it in our face. It's
if you want to go ahead and share it. Here, I'll remove my share.
What's being shared?
I haven't pulled up on my desktop, not my laptop.
Oh, okay. No worries. Read her tweet. This is the head of the CDC. That very attractive, darker skinned woman. Like, I don't know. I think she's Indian.
You need to get
but I don't
laid,
want to.
Paul. That woman is not attractive.
Rochelle Lewinsky, MD, MPH.
I'd smash.
What the fuck that is. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the end of the Tuskegee syphilis study. Tomorrow, I will be joined by colleagues and #public health leaders, so we honor the 623 African-American men, their suffering and sacrifice, and our commitment to ethical research and practice.
Science takes sacrifice.
Wait. Our commitment to what was the last part?
Ethical research and practice.
Yeah, you're thinking the same thing I am, Squirrel. Like when I read it the first time. I'm like, what?
You have the gall?
What's up, Pocket?
Oh, I love the way Paul reacts to things.
Me?
Yeah.
You're Paul.
Indeed, I am. So I've been told.
Being you, I always enjoy your reactions to stuff. Sometimes I purposely say things just to get your reaction and kind of to annoy you. Well, not like annoy you, like
to annoy you into a reaction.
Alice,
that's what
I'm going to stop you right there.
I think that's not even the right word. I just think it's just funny because he'll always say like something that I find amusing back.
First off, let me tackle this in 2 parts, Alice. First off, if your objection that you stated when you say things to me, you are winning in life. The next thing is, I feel like I'm just a sensible, normal person who I just call bullshit when I see bullshit.
No,
sometimes I get really passionate about it.
It's just the way you phrase things sometimes, and just your delivery.
All right, spoiler. My good delivery. I have a thesaurus at my house, and I use it.
No, it's delivery.
Because you live in a trailer in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. I read a lot of manifestos too. Just saying.
Like when
hey,
I text you guys a picture of that collapsed bridge in Niagara Falls. I text you that picture.
And you said, yeah.
I was like, I know Paul's gonna just say something back, and I'm gonna be able to hear, I can hear the way you're saying stuff in my head.
Okay, here's the context for those here who didn't see this. Alice sends the group chat a picture of a picture of a bridge from Niagara Falls, and she goes, "See, Adam gets annoyed with me because I don't like crossing bridges, But then I show him stuff like this, and this is why I don't do it. And it's a picture of a bridge from like 1940. Who gives a fuck? And it's a wooden bridge,
Maybe
and it's
even
collapsed
1840,
in,
who gives a fuck?
and it's collapsed in, and it has the name of the bridge and the year it collapsed. So I, of course, do some minimal Google research, and I find out that the fucking bridge was built in 18. Who gives a fuck? And it's made of wood. It's made of wood. So for 100 years, this wooden bridge stood and then fell down. And because this stupid fucking wooden bridge fell down in fucking Niagara
And Alice
Falls,
is like, see?
Alice is
See?
like, I was like, there it is. I'm not fucking driving across bridges. That's your job, Adam. We all
So
got roles.
going to and from Niagara Falls from where we live, you got to cross over the Niagara River twice. So there's two. I mean, they're not. The Niagara River is actually pretty fucking wide, man. It's a giant river. So you got to, you're on I-90, and then you go over the Niagara River to get onto Grand Island, and then you got to go over the Niagara River to get off of Grand Island. And yeah, she would either be buried in her phone like this, or she straight had her hands like, and don't get me wrong, it's a squeeze. I mean, it's 2 lanes, and like it's concrete barriers on each side. I mean, it's a squeeze, but
that's a man that wants to get laid in the future, and I respect it. Yeah, but they're made out, those bridges, in her defense, are made out of that flimsy ass material known as steel and concrete. So those things are going to go down anytime.
Well, like when she
anytime.
shows me
they're not built like that wooden bridge in Niagara.
When I sent that picture, I was like, Paul's gonna be like the first one to like say something bad about how ridiculous, because I know.
I know you know.
I just, man, and then like the pedestrian bridge that we had to cross over the river, like I started to get a little bit like, I gotta get off this fucking thing. And then there's
Are you scared of the bridge, or are you scared of what's underneath the bridge?
Is it grumpy old troll under there?
Yeah, I don't like height. I'd like to be on solid ground.
So you don't like water?
No, I love water.
Oh, okay.
Water, like, it wouldn't matter if I was even going over, like, if we were going over a bridge that was just over a highway. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't really like bridges. I don't know.
You really want me to weird you out? What if I told you that the planet you're on is basically a giant bridge in the universe?
Yeah.
And there's nothing underneath it for light years.
I've thought about that before, but like, I don't want to, because it's like, you don't understand. I wish I wasn't that way. But yeah, I mean, I can't help it. Like, I try to tell myself that this is stupid. Like, you're fine. The chances of like this bridge collapsing is, but yeah. And those bridges there that you have to get to go to Niagara Falls, they really scare me. I don't like the way they look. And I know in my logical mind that there's no reason for me to be fearful like I am. There's no reason for it. But it sucks, man. Like, my eyes are watering going over the first bridge. I don't even like talking about it right now.
Well, yeah, it's a phobia. I mean, it's always going to be irrational.
But
she can just be irrational at times. That's all.
All right, I'm gonna divert here because Horse Mommy wanted to talk about this, and
she's the boss.
I'm a little versed on this FTX
I just saw this. I didn't even listen in yet, so I just know he's like on the lam or something, but they're like bringing him to this talking thing. But
yeah, and we can talk about this because I think this FTX thing is fascinating. I don't understand it all, but I'm intrigued. So let's play this out.
On behalf of everybody here and on behalf of the public, I want to thank you for engaging in it at a time in truth when I know you've been advised not to. So thank you so very, very much. Thank you.
Let's praise him.
Sam Bankman-Fried, everybody.
This is at the end of his speech.
You see that look on his face, and he was like, "I know you've been advised not to do this, but thanks for talking to us in truth." Dude just gets that shit-eating grin on his face, like, yeah, okay.
So here's like I can leave this off. I'm not the most versed in this, other than the fact that I have a Coinbase account, I've used crypto, and I understood what FTX was. But to my knowledge, this dude, Sam Bankman-Fried, first off, 3 names, Never trust a person with 3 names. The way it is. He's the founder of FTX. He's non-binary, polyamorous, which those are words that mean something today. I don't know. I think he fucks everybody. We used to call that bisexual back in my day, but I'm an old timer. He started FTX. Something about challenge, like making his own coin, and then his competitor bought a shit ton of it, and then waited for the right moment to sell off everything, and then he didn't have the actual money, like the money that was supposed to be put aside and just gaining and losing as the market determines. He was spending and reinvesting into other companies, like one of his girlfriends and his own personal coin, and then couldn't cover the nut when everybody started pulling
They're
out.
also giving themselves like hundreds of thousands of dollars of loans at no interest.
Yeah. And this is he did what Bernie Madoff did, only with crypto instead of stock. He literally did the same thing that Bernie Madoff did. But here's the thing that's funny, and the reason it's really cool. I learned that his mother is like one of the #1 Democratic like billionaire donors. Like she funds a lot of Democrat.
There's all sorts of connections. He's got all sorts of crazy.
Can I just 1 second?
If you know more, tell please.
No, this is just from before. My wife just found this. So, back to the Balenciaga ball Aga from Latin to English is ball is the king. So I'm not saying they are demons and it exists. Google Translate, not coming up, but I'm not saying it's true, but they believe it is what I'm saying.
That sounds like some weird Alex Jones conspiracy theory of people fucking worshiping Bullock in the woods.
I mean,
yeah, that was so not true, right? It was just like a big conspiracy
until you saw it with your own eyes.
I'm tracking with you, Squirrel. It doesn't matter if you believe in the devil. What matters is that they believe in it.
They believe in it. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Okay, but back to the FTX thing. Yeah, they were apparently like they ran their business, like, and they were. They had an app that would and they did all their internal affairs on this app that would delete the messages after 3 days. So they had no records on this like $440 million coin, $1 billion coin exchange and shit like that. It was wild.
Yeah, well, like him or hate him, that's a smart move. If you're gonna be corrupt, at least cover your fucking tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. There's whole threads about that. It's freaking wild.
So I don't know if anybody else is impassioned about the FTX thing, but I saw that clip, mommy.
I am impacted by that. My Solana is now worthless. Thank you.
Oh, so you were an FTX user?
No, but Solana was a one of the first like ones that FTX promoted.
Okay.
And before the whole Biden, Putin, and now this, it went from like worth $300 to now it's like worth $11. So
yeah, when I saw the crypto slide happening a couple months ago, because I was just getting into it, I was doing pretty well, and then I started seeing it slide, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll just pull it out, put it in a savings account. When it hits rock bottom, we'll throw it back in."
Yeah.
What were we gonna say?
I lost my ass. I lost my ass on Shiba Inu and Cardano.
If you got in right though, and Shiba, you would have made a millionaire.
No, if I would have sold it, I did get in at the right time. I just held on to it too long because I was too proud. I had those diamond hands, and turns out
some people are still holding hope.
Yeah, dude. No, honestly, like I doubled what I had put in Shiba Inu, and then I just held on to it way too long.
Oh yeah, I like quadrupled what I was doing with Solana, but I figured okay. I had Biden's really economy. It's 4 years. Okay, I can hold that storm. And then Putin invaded, and I was like, well, now I lost everything, so I might as well keep it in. Can't lose any more. Lo and behold, FTX. Now it's even less.
Forrest or Alice, have you guys ever dabbled in crypto?
No.
Yeah, I did. I made a bunch of money on the Dogecoin back when it zoomed up. I was like, oh shit. And I was totally one of the people who was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm cashing that shit out. And I took it. But I kept some for a long time, and I had a little bit. And then I eventually just sold it off.
So I was crypto retarded until like the beginning of last year. And like when we were on our other podcast, like nobody knew what it was. And I was like, fuck it. I'll be the one to research this. And I started with $5. And eventually I turned that $5 and playing the moves and like constantly doing it. And I got it up to like $650, and I was like, I'll just pull this out. Like, and then I got more into it, and then when I saw the slide happening, I'm like, well, I started with $5. I'm just going to take all this out because I see this economy crashing quickly, and I thought crypto was going to be protected against the recession, but it's not. So I felt good about it.
What is the panel's thoughts on precious metals? Someone in the chat said.
Well, glad I just got a sponsorship with Birch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Okay,
American Hartford Gold.
Stream is by Acre Gold.
Oh, I didn't realize Ben Shapiro.
I mean, as long as you can get past they're great people. They're great people.
The precious metal I worship is lead.
Hey, no, that's how you get ahead, bro. You treat ammo like the stock market. You just buy it up and then sell it.
Yep.
I have no opinion on precious metals.
Copper, brass, and lead, people.
I mean,
copper is useful.
I think it's a great hedge. I think it's a great hedge against inflation, and I don't have any.
That's what Ben Shapiro would say, like right now.
All right, seriously, people. Here's the thing: if you're not with Birch Gold right now, you're doing it wrong. They just want to help you out, get you through, hedge the inflations. If you use my code.
You get a nice liberal tears mug filled up with Jew gold.
Whoa! You anti-Semite? No, I'm just kidding. I want everybody to know I'm not anti-Semitic. I really do.
I am.
All people.
Nah.
But I have no problem making an anti-Semitic joke because it's a joke.
I can't even take credit for that joke. That joke was originally made by Steven Crowder, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing you got to respect about the Jewish people, the Hebrew faith. They've been around since the beginning of man, and everybody's been trying to kill them since the beginning of time, and they're just holding on. They keep getting out of it. There was one guy who came really close about 75 years ago.
Yeah, he really dropped the ball, didn't he? I mean, I'm just kidding.
This is why you gotta know
that like extra helps
everybody.
That extra helps the diversity quotient if you have a person of color making fun of another minority or whatever group like that. You know, we're just like totally diverse all around. So thank you.
Well, that guy used to be able to get away with that, and then like Kanye and Kyrie happened.
Yeah, you guys are like the real Jews according to Kanye.
Well, you guys don't understand what it's like being Asian because it depends on who you ask whether or not I'm a person of color, you know, like because obviously Harvard doesn't think that I'm a person of color.
You know what's crazy?
Touched on that earlier.
And you have to do higher scores. The Asians have to hit higher scores to get it.
Do you know what I think is really crazy? Your ancestors, like thousands of years ago, who like looked at their family and said, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out. I heard there's a land bridge up in Russia and I'm going to walk across it and see what's on the other side. And when they did that and then like the land bridge went away and they got stuck on the North American continent, those people are now people of color, but you're not. But they're all Asians. Native Americans are Asians.
Apparently if you're Slavic, you're a person of color. You know, that's been highlighted pretty regularly by
I wish 23andMe wasn't so corrupt because I would love to do one to actually like get like my blood origin so I could start claiming all my victimhood status. God, I wish I could. I'll just have to stick with being a black man.
Robert Lee, General Lee.
I love to.
He was a great military mind. Love him or hate him.
23andMe. I just side note, like totally gonna derail for just like 10 seconds here, but like I hate that they named themselves 23andMe because first I thought they were called 23 in me, which sounds gross, but 23 and me doesn't sound better. You know, it sounds like a gangbang flick, right?
Is there a specific place you get the Huddle tips?
Anyway, I didn't use 23andMe.
That sounds like the best gangbang.
Looks like a DJ over there, like
not from Amazon. They don't like them.
Wait,
I don't know. Which is 23 in me or 23 and me?
Thin Feather and Fur. That's where me and Dad used to go to get stuff, but you can order from them.
I like how you just realized.
I thought he was talking to us. I'm like, what the hell? Who's he looking at?
So Forest Mommy, in this 23andMe conversation, are you confirming that 23 is the perfect number for a gangbang?
No, I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
but no,
sure.
I agree. I don't even understand. Like, why is it 23? Is there something in DNA that has like 23 molecules?
Your
Is
chromosomes. We have 23
Yeah,
chromosomes, right?
it's science.
I took college biology twice, so I know a thing or two about science.
I watched a lot of porn, but I know a thing or two about gangbangs. So
You guys know a lot
diverse panel here.
You guys know a lot
First is
about
better
your
than
like
23.
genealogy? Like, are
I
you like
know.
related to anybody famous?
My dad's adopted,
Like, you're talking
so
about
I don't know
lamps and
anything
you rub 'em?
about him.
Your wishes?
My mother, I know a little bit about, but
Our own personal genealogy, like our family history.
Yeah, like whatever, like, can you trace your family back a certain way, or are you did you figure out that you were descended from or related to anybody pretty famous?
I'm trying to think famous. Okay. On my mom's side, Rutherford B. Hayes, who was like the president after Lincoln, is a great uncle. He's a post Civil War president, but on both sides of the family, we have a very extensive genealogy. Like, our family history was very important to us. On the dad's side, we like years and years ago, the Burkes derived from Burkhart, which is Irish royalty. And then, like, I know the history of like us, both sides of the family coming to America, and about 30 years before they got to America. And Henry Ford plays a big, huge part in our family's lineage on both sides, because we're up in Henry Ford country.
So, like, what's your makeup generally?
I mean, generally, it's about a 50-50 split between Irish and German. Without taking a DNA test, I can't tell you exactly. But I can derive both. Like, on my mom's side, my grandfather was the firstborn in America, and then his family came from Germany prior to World War I. So right before the war broke out, they came to America. And then on my father's side, and then on my mom's side, her family was like 1776, like, let's shoot us some redcoats, like, off fresh. And then on my dad's side, it's deriving from Ireland shortly after the Civil War, during the train boom.
On my dad's side of my family, one of my ancestors is actually the guy who started Heinz.
Heinz ketchup?
Started Heinz?
Yeah, I swear to God.
I can see the
So
similarities.
you got a football field. Well, not anymore. Football field was named after your family, X.
Really?
Yeah.
What about it? What about
Heinz Field?
And one of your cousins fucks Arnold Schwarzenegger regularly.
Well, and one of them is married to John Kerry, one of the biggest cucks of all time.
My mom
used
used
to
to tell me I'm a mutt, so I don't know where the fuck I come from.
Same.
It's better that
All right,
way out.
so
I'm all right.
American.
I'm pulling mine up, but I can speak a little bit to mine. So
If I go with the racist, before you say anything, if I go with the racist derivative, I'm sure the port of San Francisco comes into play.
you know, it's funny you should say that, but I'll
Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah,
water?
I'll get around to that. So dad is pretty much Chinese, right? Like, every now and then it'll update and it'll say that, like, I've got a little bit of Vietnamese. But mom's side, it's Danish and Scottish are the two main ones. And then Spanish, Irish. I'll say it. So Irish, English, Welsh, German, and Scottish, right? And Danish. I know I said like some of those like 4 times. But so the Scottish is the easiest to go ahead and actually trace back. The second being the Danish. There's, I don't know, something about the record keeping. Now, putting a pin in that for a second, my dad actually may or may not have been an illegal immigrant, like, 250 years ago. But I don't know if he snuck in through Canada or if he came to San Francisco first. But I know he ended up in both of those places. He's always talking about San Francisco. He likes to sing that song, "I left my heart in San Francisco." I left my heart in San Francisco. I'm pretty sure something happened there, like he like knocked a girl up or got his heart broken or something.
Your dad did?
He doesn't talk about his past, but I'm speculating here.
Okay.
So on the Scottish side, have you ever read Black Rednecks, White Liberals by Thomas Sowell? Anybody?
No, I have not.
Nobody. So
I know what you're. Yeah, I should.
yeah,
though.
I haven't read a lot of it, but I mean, I do have it, and I got pretty interested in it. But it talks about a lot about how the cracker culture that exists in the South, and I don't mean that in a disparaging way. I just mean that like that whole I'm gonna fight you if you slight me, if you whatever, because like I'm so proud or whatever. Like that culture didn't just come out of nowhere. It actually originated in the Highlands, the Scottish Highlands.
Mhm.
And that's exactly where my family migrated from, is the Scottish Highlands. So it doesn't really surprise me that most of my family on my mom's side is total redneck. But yeah, as far as famous people, and I'll be done here as soon as I wrap this up. We did have one guy who founded the Dallas
Bruce Lee
Cowboys.
Institute? Oh, okay. Go.
The Dallas Cowboys. I wish we would have founded the Bruce Lee Institute, although I don't know what that is. So he founded the Dallas Cowboys. I never saw a dime from that. And then some big hotshot geologist who has like all kinds of shit named after him everywhere. Craters on the moon, a street in Fayetteville, North Carolina, national park in Uganda, waterfalls and shit. Streets in Australia. Like, this dude's kind of a big deal. He has a Wikipedia article. So yeah, like that dude is probably like more famous than the guy who founded the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Have you ever been to Fayetteville, North Carolina?
I have. It's a shithole.
That's
Have
like
you?
one of the.
Have you been to Fayetteville?
It's a military sweet spot. That's the reason it's a shithole.
Okay, so the two big main roads that run through Fayetteville,
Yeah,
right? You got
that's why it's a problem.
Skybo. You got Skybo and you got Murchison, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right? Well, I'm a Murchison.
Okay.
My mother's side is Murchison's, and that's where our family settled down, is in that county. Got tons of family buried there.
All I know about North Carolina or Fayetteville is establishments that cater to ladies of the night are still alive and well and thriving.
Yeah, well, all I know about Fayetteville is you better stay strapped or get clapped.
Sun Tzu, The Art of War.
Exactly. Probably.
Isn't Fayetteville like?
You related to him, by the way? No, I'm joking.
What'd you say, Squirrel?
Is it Fayetteville? I'm new here, but one of them is like off I-40. It's like one of the trafficking capitals of America.
That sounds probably right.
Yeah.
That sounds probably
again,
right.
Stay strapped, get unfortunately.
Does anybody else got a kick-ass genealogy they want to talk about?
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute while you guys talk about that.
I actually have to get going in a little
Come back
bit,
with a drink,
so.
mommy.
Okay.
I don't want to drink alone.
All right. I'm gonna say goodbye. One thing I do want to put out is I will be on Welsh Republic.
Well, I have a week. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll be on Welsh Republic's podcast on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central. So go over there, give them some love, guys. Check me out. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I'll be there.
Check me out
if you like me, and follow me on Twitter if you want, or if you don't want. I don't care.
No, if someone else wants to talk to, but then I'm gonna, because I need to eat anyway. So
yeah,
when everyone's ready to go.
Yeah.
But anyone else want to talk about their?
Before I was more based, I did take a 23andMe before I learned that now just a database that has me. I found out I am 0.08% African. So like.
Hey, we got 3 black guys in here.
Hey,
I didn't want to
throw it around. How much you try to gentrify us for, Mommy? We're sticking around. We're sticking around.
It was like 70% Irish.
Yeah. You can build all the hipster bars you want in the FMU. They're still gonna get tagged. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like
Dude, it's so
Irish,
funny.
no one else
It's,
African.
No.
all right, well maybe we should call it. I was just gonna say right before though, like it's so funny how like the FMU or just everyone that's brought together during COVID and Twitter and shit. It's my experience. It's been so diverse and shit. And then like you have all these fucking institutions that need to force diversity, and it's so like the opposite. It's just like be a cool person and you'll attract diversity and individuals and shit. Not like I remember that board I was like I would get that discriminating against me. They were starting to get into we need to start making sure we have so many people of color on the board and blah blah blah. And it was just like fuck off with that shit.
It's almost like people aren't a monolith.
Yeah, just like retarded. All right, everyone. Anyone want to drop plugs or say any last words or anything?
I wish I had a plug to drop, but
Public Reverie podcast every
on
Saturday night,
Twitter.
7 p.m. Central. Trouble and Odyssey.
See y'all in the chat tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, tomorrow we'll have Scissor Me Timbers. I gotta make that stream still. But
Do you have the socials down in the description, Paul? Or
we can
Squirrel,
add them.
whoever's.
I was 20 minutes late. You know
No,
that.
I'll add them. I'll add everybody who was
All right.
on there. At least their Twitter
All right.
on there.
Yep. Follow me on Twitter, please.
All right.
I would.
My
I really
experience, all you
appreciate.
need to do is get yourself a picture with Hex, and you'll gain like 30 followers in a day.
Oh, word.
That's
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
works.
Just get a picture, toasting Hex with some bourbon.
Hey,
You know.
I am down. I am down to make that happen anytime.
Let's go.
But like, I'm gonna have to toast like this because he's like 6'8". I'm gonna be like, cheers.
Yeah, that's about how it is.
Oh, love it. All right, thanks again, everybody. I love everybody. Have a
Love
good
you.
rest of your
See you guys.
night.